Sup? Cat is back in the house, literally, and we're going to talk about gamification. What in the world is gamification? I mean, you hear gamification in the normal gaming industry, but then there is a new trend in mobile health, and apparently gamification is trending really well in terms of consumer health. So what are we talking about here? Making games for medical treatments, or what exactly? So let's first start with the basics. I literally wrote in Google, what is gamification, and something interesting came out. The use of the word gamification spiked exponentially, like really spiked from 2000, before few years before 2010, but the peak was 2010 onwards. So this word is pretty much new, and also there is also a definition of it, and it's a noun, gamification, and it's the application of typical elements of game playing, for example, point scoring, competition with others, rules of play, to other areas of activity, typically as an online marketing technique to encourage engagement with a product or service. I mean, it could be just a marketing scheme, isn't it? Hold your guns. It must be more than just a marketing scheme. There is a good word in there, there's a key word in there, and that is engagement. So it's all about making sure that the user is actually engaged with the service and product and actually reaching their initial goal when using that service and product. Well, it kind of uses game mechanics, and when we talk about game mechanics, we're talking about some elements that is supposed to motivate participation, engagement, and loyalty. Here we're trying to see the gamification technique and consumer health. That's, as you can see, like 2010 is the peak of this word, so it's quite new, right? There's not much of validated platforms out there that we can say, yes, gamification will do the job. It motivates the patients to do what they're supposed to do, and they're actually empowered to do it, and we're actually having beautiful data out of it, and all of that beautiful idealistic workflow that we want to do. But here we're talking about a possibility to use game mechanics in order to take an existing process, an existing consumer health platform, and make it more engaging for the consumer, for the health consumer, and also for the patient that we're taking care of is actually using the platform for their own disease management. I know I used a lot of words to explain something, and I did not even declare. So what I mean by disease management, I will have to make a video about that, okay? And what do I mean by patient empowerment? That's a whole new benefit of gamification, but we will have to talk about that in a separate video. But just to give you a insight of the possibility of gamification in consumer health, think about it this way. Gamers, when they play video games, they learn things. They foster creative problem solving. They learn from trial and error. It actually influences their behavior. So what is the objective, the whole point of using gamification in consumer health is to influence the patient or influence the health consumer in general for a positive lifestyle change, for a positive and more empowered disease management, for more connected, higher connectivity, more of engagement, and also to positively let them actually share what happens in their day-to-day life in managing that certain disease, in dealing with that certain condition. So it's like opening a portal of a communication between a hospital facility, the provider, and an individual patient somewhere around the vicinity. That was basically a mini intro to a really huge and complicated field. but we're going to talk more about the patient engagement, the patient empowerment, and what do I mean by that, and also the disease management where the patient is actually activated. What do we really mean by that, right? Like, subscribe, follow, comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. I look forward to your questions if you have any queries. Do go to my blog. You can read some stuff about IT for health. I like to write some things about it and some analysis of what's going on in our state of the art, the technology going on in mobile health. And I hope to see you in another video. Take care.